You might find this video a bit counterintuitive to what you normally hear from me, but hear me out. I want you to use the negative emotions. We all get them. We all get angry. We all get frustrated sometimes. But if you can't, like combat that with a good emotion, a good feeling, I want you to you know, watch it pass by. And at the same time, I want you to use that anger or this frustration into something that will benefit you. For example, for years and years, I used this method to build my body. And I love training because I take the negativity and I put it into something positive, which eventually will benefit me. Like when you see people that are angry and they cannot express themselves, it's causing them diseases. And it's really bad to just ignore that pain. So you have a lot of routes to go to actually like fix it. One of them, and the best, is just to do the revision exercise that Neville talked about. Like you go to that certain time and you actually revise that to something that you would actually love to happen. Like, for example, if you were bullied when you were young, you go to that exact time and you imagine that you weren't, or you fought back, and you convince yourself, your subconscious mind, to the point that it's done. Like the subconscious mind doesn't know, it only knows the feeling and the repetition. So if you do both, then it's over. You resolved that trauma. Or you can do something like it's less, it's less productive, it's less effective, but it works, which is you take that anger and you put it in something like creativity. Like if you are an artist or if you go to the gym, you take that and you take that negative emotion and put it into something amazing, like building your body, like increasing your creativity and draw something, or if you are into like writing something, writing books or anything like that, you will find yourself being so amazing at these things. But keep in mind that the second route is good for a short period of time. In the beginning, like you will find yourself like being happy and whatnot because you are seeing progress, and you are doing it because that child you were you were bullied, right? And you feel like you're going to the gym because you want to be in a good shape and you become in a good shape. But deep down, you need to resolve that issue that was happening when you were young. And this is where Neville teachings are so crucial. Neville, Joseph Murphy, all these great guys told us that you need to go back in time and resolve that thing. You look at it in the first person, like this, you're seeing your hand and whatnot. And when you're seeing your hands, you are in that scene. You are an actor in that scene. You are not watching it from far away. No, you are there. And what you do is you imagine that scene as you would like. Like you can resolve anything. If someone told you that you were fat, for example, you can revise that scene and go back and imagine them hearing that. Imagine them like listening, like listen to that voice again, but instead of hearing them telling you that you are fat, hear them tell you that you are amazing. At first, it will come off like a lie, and you will feel like you are silly, but repetition and feeling as if that actually happened will reprogram the subconscious mind, and that trauma will just go away. And overnight, you'll find like, wow, that did this happen? Was I ever bullied? And you probably will question your own memory because you created a new one and you erased the one that caused you trouble. So I want you to do two things. Number one, I want you to use the negative emotions that raise up every now and then and put it into something productive. And the second thing, I don't want you to just do that. I want you to imagine that that negative event never actually happened. Like if there is something from your childhood and you find yourself when you are an adult, it keeps coming up. That thing keeps coming up, coming up. I want you to just go back and revise that as it never happened. Or like imagine that it happened in a totally different way that didn't cause you any harm or any trouble. This will make you not intertwined to that bad memory, and you will be segregated from it. And you will start to be connected to a new memory, a new timeline. You will shift to another parallel universe or parallel Earth that this event didn't even happen. And this will actually make you way more better in terms of your calmness, your self esteem, your capability of talking to people. Because believe it or not, most of the time you are angry because there is something happened in your childhood that makes you angry about certain thing. And on the smallest thing, you get angry. You got some anger issues. I dealt with it for years until I found that it all came from childhood. Because in the first 7 years of your life, you were operating at theta. And theta brainwave states are pretty much like the subconscious is wide open, doesn't reject anything. If your parents tell you that you are handsome, you will be handsome. If your parents tell you that you are fat, you will be fat. If anyone tells you that you are something, you will be it because your subconscious mind doesn't reject at theta. This is why Neville is so into the state akin to sleep. Like when you are going to sleep, imagine yourself successful, like everything is working out fine for you. Why? Because when you are going to sleep, you are going into alpha and then theta and then delta when you are dreaming. So you are at a brainwave state where the subconscious mind is wide open. So when your subconscious mind is wide open, what do you expect? You can write a new program. You can reprogram your mind to be whatever you want. And this is where the magic happens. At this time, before you just go to sleep, imagine yourself whole, perfect. Imagine that scene that bothered you and revise that in a way that it didn't happen at all, or it happened in another way that benefited you. So it's a bit of a trick, and you have to, it's like a muscle, the muscle of the mind. It's like a muscle. You have to train it. You have to go one day and then the other and then the other. Don't just give up from the first day. Sometimes you land it on the first day, then it's perfect. And sometimes you have to work a bit towards it. But believe me, it's worth it. It's worth trying over and over and over until you get it right. Because once you get it right, your life will change forever. And I'm not even kidding. Your life will change forever. The trajectory of your own life will change forever. That's it for today. I hope you find this video helpful. Now we'll see you soon. Done.